On that note, I will just quickly pop to my ones to watch and ones to avoid. First step on my ones to watch and ones to avoid is Kevin De Bruyne. Hope you can all see that. He's been out 7 weeks this season with a nasty injury, but he looks to be getting back to fitness now. He came on for 32 minutes, I believe, in the match against Burnley, and despite not getting any returns, he made some superb forward passes. He really found some of those gaps, the sort of thing we know from Kevin De Bruyne. At 9.7 in a top team, Kev is definitely a one to watch for me, and he should be for you guys as well. Just be cautious. He did play deeper back, like we've seen Eriksen play deeper back this season at the beginning before he got injured. So that is a possibility again. Only because Pep has so much attacking assets in front so he can play Kevin in those roles. However, what Kev does brilliantly is he, like I said, he finds the gaps and he can easily get assists because he just sees ahead of everyone else. So he's a definite one to watch. So keep an eye out for Kev. Next up, we're going from one side of Manchester to the other. And you can probably guess, because you mentioned him earlier, is Martial. Now, there's various reasons why he's one to watch, really. Man United have been struggling a bit. Jose has been swapping and changing the teams up a little bit. However, I really think we have to keep an eye on Martial, and he's just been excellent. If he is guaranteed to play, then he's just a definite one to watch, because 1 assist and 3 goals in 173 minutes is not bad at all for 7.2 million. I mean, you can't really argue with that. So if he can get the game time, then, you know, he would be an easy swap for me from somebody like Jimenez, you know? So definitely keep an eye on Martial. And last up, we're going to the seaside next. Who's coming with me to the seaside? Have you all got your sun hats and your sun cream in this lovely weather? We're off to Brighton. And this one is a bit of an odd one, maybe you might think, really? But Brighton now have excellent fixtures for the next 6 game weeks, and Ryan is off the back of 2 clean sheets. Confidence breeds confidence when it comes to football players. So if they can keep that run going with their run of fixtures, he's only 4.5 for a goalkeeper. I mean, he couldn't not be on the ones to watch this game week. He literally just couldn't. And so, yeah, a goalkeeper on the ones to watch doesn't happen very often, does it? Let's now take a look at our ones to avoid. And I've gone with poor old Yarmolenko. Considering West Ham's fixtures, Yarmolenko's price tag of 6.8, he would be on the ones to watch this week if it wasn't for that Achilles injury. So with that Achilles injury, we've got an unreturned date, but from what I hear, it could be a long time on the sidelines. So it's a bit of a shame, because I actually had him pegged possibly for that Lucas Richarlison spot, should he kind of start looking like a real option with those run of fixtures. So definitely disappointed for him and myself, really, because he would have been a good FPL asset. Okay, next up is Danny Ings. I would put Danny Ings on the avoid list because, well, he's not returned in a couple of matches, 3 matches, I think. And he's 5.6, which is fine. I think the returns he's got for his money is good. So I don't want to kind of say he's an avoid because, well, really, there's no major reason to avoid him apart from the fact that they're just he's using up a forward spot, and there are other people that aren't that much more expensive that are doing better than him. So if you own him, hang fire, keep hold of him, obviously, but I wouldn't necessarily be getting him in until you can start to see some more returns from him for his price, really. And then you can go fill your boots at that price. If he starts scoring and assisting again, you can't complain, really, can you? But for the minute, something's not quite right there, so I'd wait until he starts firing again. And then the last step on the ones to avoid list, it's a defender. And it is James Tarkowski. Now, there used to be a time where we all had Burnley defenders in our teams, and to be fair, after game week 3, I was actually considering Tarko again. I'm going to hold my hands up and say that. However, the wheels have fallen off a little bit for Burnley this season, and the Burnley defenders are slightly more on the expensive side. So at 4.5 last season, 4.6, it wasn't quite so bad having them there in your team, providing whatever assists they got and things like that. But when they're 4.9, 5 mil, you expect a lot more. And that expense, I don't think, helps this time this season. So let's wait and see on Burnley defence. And that's it. It's my ones to watch and ones to avoid.